Hello all, Joe Weaver here again. Today I would like to share and describe a topic that has been with me for a while now to put together and put into words. What I'm getting ready to describe is a very, very in-depth topic. And I'm going to try to do my best to describe this and in the shortest period of time. We could literally talk about this for days, weeks, and as most of you that probably watch this video have come up with your own interpretation of experiencing duality and the light and the dark, and how everything fits together and how we basically fit or a piece of everything. So what I'm getting ready to describe is, in the best way that I can at this time, is how the light can be perceived as darkness. As you know, lots of people have been talking about for years, and I've been describing in my videos, and we're talking about ascension, and we're talking about change, transformation, and so on. We are anchoring more frequency on Earth. The Earth in itself is vibrating at a higher vibration, and we, in physical form, are meeting, integrating and acclimating to these expanded frequencies. We're not only integrating the expanded frequencies that are now on the Earth, but also through the expanded levels of our own self, our I am, eternal light, and so on. So as we integrate these expanded frequencies, means that we must release what we're holding on to in order for these expanded frequencies to flow through us, and also to be anchored on Earth, and so on. And so let me just go ahead and get into how I was going to describe this, and we'll go from there. We'll start off just talking about frequency, just frequency. We're talking like electricity, like most people know about electricity that runs through your house. And you know, in the United States, we might be using 110. It's a certain voltage, and then overseas it might be 220. And as you know, if you travel overseas, you need a different converter to transmit or convert the 220 through a device, so you can actually use your hair dryer or whatever device that you have at that time. It has to convert the higher voltage into a lower voltage in order to, it doesn't fry up whatever you're using at a time. I'm gonna let this helicopter fly over here. So look at that. Just look at it from a perspective way of hertz, or say voltage. So I put together this little thing here, and talking about frequency. That's all I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about a belief system. I'm not talking about perceptions or anything. Just go down to the elemental roots of what is frequency, and how does frequency react with different levels of frequency. And so within this circle here, we could have a percentage of, say, frequency of 383 hertz. Okay? Within this bubble of space, 383 hertz. Now, the space all around this is operating at a space of 528 hertz. So, at this specific time, the 528 hertz would be necessarily a higher voltage, a higher frequency than the space here in this circle. So how do you think what's going to happen here as far as a frequency standpoint? On a frequency level, this here and the outside has to acclimate. This circle has to acclimate to the higher vibration in order to exist within this space. It's a matter of meeting in the middle. It's a matter of integrating this frequency, higher vibration, within here. We can't really, on a frequency standpoint, put pressure, so much pressure on this space here and it not in a balanced way. If we put too much pressure, it's not going to be able to acclimate to the higher vibration. It has to be, this space has to be done in almost like intervals. It has to have different levels. How you like my artist work here? The different levels of space in order to acclimate to these higher frequencies. And if this space out here was 528 hertz, that means that this one over time would raise in vibration if this outer space continued to be at a higher vibration. So this is a very elemental process. It's a very simple thing of what's going on as far as integrating expanded frequency, energy, and so on. It's a matter of, in order for higher vibration to exist in this space has to release the lower vibration. It has to basically acclimate. It has to integrate the other expanded frequencies. And in order to raise in frequency, and then when it comes to a point where this then meets in a balanced state, it meets the outer frequency. It becomes acclimated to the environment. And so that's the process of change. That's the process of personal transformation, ascension, however you and we can describe it. So now let's look at this from what we see within this 3D, this perceived 3D, 4D reality that we're currently in right now. There's different levels within creation and that have duality, and we are pretty much in the, rising in that space. The 3D reality was very dense. It's very dualistic. That means all perceptions and or energies and so on are in the beings and everything that exists within these lower 3 to 4D levels are very dualistic in nature. So in order to comprehend and fully integrate what I'm describing here is a matter of looking at it from a multi-dimensional vision or the multi-dimensional view to the best of your ability. It's not a perception of belief. Don't take what I'm describing here as a belief and say, well, this is what's been described. It's a matter of integrating and experiencing this for yourself. And as we say our consciousness expands, our awareness expands, we start remembering who we are on an expanded level, who we are as humanity on Earth. What is the Earth? How does the Earth and play a role within the universe, and how we connected to the universe and our star brothers and sisters and so on. So, to say if this little bubble here that we described, the blue one, is now a person, and it has this level of awareness, has different perceptions of reality, different beliefs and so on, and it exists within this 3D, 4D reality. And it's integrating more awareness of who it is, while at the same time we're getting pressure from outside necessarily to rise in frequency, raise not only your level of awareness, but to release what is within you that holds that awareness within a certain level of vibration. So as these expanded frequencies are, say, coming in or being presented in different ways, it may reflect within this person that, you know, something from the outside, which may be experienced as fear, if they still have a very strong belief system, and as we hold on to beliefs and put security in them, other things that hold or exist outside of that belief system may be then perceived as a threat. And therefore, what is a threat in the first place? What is a perceived threat? It means that's coming from a standpoint of perceived loss. And so, what if what is being presented is actually coming from a very, say, higher energetic level of energy, of consciousness, of awareness, and it's reflecting within your or whoever else's belief system, and therefore that what is ever being presented actually could be viewed as darkness, even though the vibrational level of what is being presented and the information and the overall awareness and so on is in a state of pure bliss and love without conditions. It just could be reflecting within this space of awareness as darkness, because we exist in a very dualistic state of being here on earth at this time. So this is also tied into anything. As we expand in consciousness, as our awareness goes from one level of awareness and expands out to a greater view, a greater awareness of how we are connected to the earth, to the universe, to everything, we continue to expand, but how we expand and acclimate to the higher levels of being, levels of dimensional levels of existence, is to acclimate to those levels. We can't move into a expanded level of beingness in a higher, say, 4D physical density or 5D if we have not acclimated to those frequencies, integrated them within ourselves, allowed those frequencies to integrate within us. That allows us to acclimate and be able to move into these expanded levels of reality in harmony and balance. So how, again, going back to the beginning, how can light be perceived as darkness? Is that nearly everything is love or light in some ways. Everything is source light. But as it comes down through the dimensional realities and the expanded reality and so on, it splits. And that's what we experience in duality. But say we're talking about the love frequency, or the diamond frequency, or Mahatma love energy. Mahatma love energy has no duality within it. It is pure source light. And this is what we are integrating more now on the planet. This is the golden light, and we are integrating it within ourselves. The Mahatma energy is very, very powerful. It is the most powerful energy within the universe. So a little bit of Mahatma may bring up within us a whole pile of lower frequency energy to be released, to be dissolved, and so on. And that has to do with the acclimation process of us acclimating to a higher level of existence. into higher 4D and fifth dimensional existence. We're going through a major, it's not necessarily easy when we go through this purging and so on, and it's just releasing and this, all this other stuff has to do with what we are holding on to energetically, how these energies and so on are held within the levels of our being or through our consciousness. And as we forgive ourselves, as we forgive others, and we release our perception of separation, we release our belief systems that cause separation between people and the world, and so on, it allows us to rise or raise our vibrational level, raise our light quotient of our physical beingness is a matter of how much energy we have flowing through us. As I sort of described before, become, and has been described before also in different ways, is be the open vessel. Allow yourself to be the clearer diamond. Allow, as you know, with diamonds in themselves, in order to create a pure, clear, very crystalline diamond, it takes pressure. It takes pressure for a very long period of time to create a very clear diamond. And that's what we are. We are embodying more of our diamond consciousness, our diamond radiation of beingness. And in order to be in that pristine state of vibration, we have to release and allow the acclimation process to take place, to integrate the love frequency within our being and allow it to flow out through our daily life. Allow to release these perceptions of ourselves, the disempowerment, how we're giving our power away to anything and in the world, other people, other material items, or certain ways of perceiving life. It's all tied into self-empowerment. And so, as you know, back in the day, here's another, it's tied into this. 2,000 years ago, when Jesus was walking on the planet, his information that he was supplying wasn't very well accepted into the population. He had all kinds of people trying to kill him, and going around and just sharing the information with whoever was open to integrate it, sharing a message of, just, you can be like me, you can walk in my footsteps and be that aspect of, say, diamond consciousness. And it's a choice that we all have to integrate their expanded levels of, say, Christed consciousness, Christ consciousness, Christ vibration, diamond frequency. And it's, we've been very conditioned through the religions and the different belief systems on this planet for a very long period of time. And these perceptions and these beliefs create separation. There is, as I shared before, there's nothing to believe in, because beliefs in themselves are illusions. If you wish to believe in anything, believe in your own self. Have faith and trust within your own self, and integrate and empower yourself and release whatever you are giving your power away to. It's outside of yourself. As the frequency of the Mahatma grows on the planet, and we continue to integrate these expanded frequencies of Mahatma love and the diamond frequency, the crystalline element of this space continues to expand in frequency. It's a matter of us releasing, and as James Gilliland likes to say, rise to the occasion. Rise to the occasion of what is taking place right now on Earth. If you perceive and are feeling fear, know that fear is only false energy appearing real. Let it go. Breathe. Take time for yourself. Connect with the earth. Connect with the changing frequencies. Allow the space for these expanded frequencies to flow through your being, through your physical body, through your awareness. It'll assist you in the changes that are taking place. And to know that we are all doing this together. The new paradigm of Earth is all about us walking side by side. It has to do with more cylindrical beingness. It has to do with cylindrical. It means we are all one. We are walking side by side as one. The old paradigm was tied into the pyramid. The pyramid of we down here, these people, are giving our power away to somebody at the top. And the perceptions of duality of somebody is greater than me or somebody is lower than me. These are all dualistic perceptions tied into the 4D or 3D, 4D perception. And allow yourself to become one with the change. Instead of the up and down perceptions of the old, is integrate the oneness of one. One. Yeah, that was interesting. Oneness of one. So, just know that everything, love is a frequency that's tied into a level of our own consciousness. And as it's been written a long time ago, the second coming of Christ is Christ consciousness. It's integrating it, not one person, but everyone. It's a state of being. It's a state, it's an age of what is the new paradigm. It's the integration of our own Christed beingness. We can just go on and on about this. The easiest way that I found is to integrate this as our consciousness expands, is continually center yourself within your own being. Allow and condition your physical body to handle higher vibrations through your food choices, exercise, yoga, or whatever. Detoxing. Through your mental levels of your awareness, release the mental patterns that hold you within the dualistic framework of 3D, 4D reality. A very dualistic. When you find yourself living in fear, or say viewing others, or judgment, and so on, release it. So say to yourself, I no longer wish to view life like this anymore. That allows for your higher awareness to come in, and you will live through that space of more oneness. Allow yourself to detox and release the emotional baggage and the awareness of maybe fearful patterns, or say anger towards someone else, or to yourself, or to the world in general. Allow yourself to release the emotional hurt, victimhood patterns, and so on. The only victims that exist are the people and the groups that view themselves as victims. We only have opportunities to change. There are no victims in expanded reality. So this will allow for the levels of your own consciousness and so on to allow these higher vibrations. With all levels of consciousness, there are different levels of vibration. We basically are existing in a multi-dimensional reality. We've only been perceiving in the 3D, 4D ways of living a very small percentage of what exists. So, in order to see what else exists here, is to release, love yourself. If you have to walk around and it takes you a while just saying, I love myself, just love yourself, and you say it to yourself 100 times a day, and truly feel it within your heart and down through your body. Love your feet, love your legs, love your body, love your hair, love the space. Even though it might be total chaos and craziness around you with the people that you are living with, or in the region that you're living in order to change that vibration, it takes the people within those regions to change within themselves, acclimate to the higher frequencies. There's one more thing I want to say about this. People talk about angels and they talk about beings of light and so on. And if a true angel or being of light or higher vibration coming down from another level of existence truly stood in front of you, they wouldn't be able to stay there very long. Is because their energy is at such a higher vibration than we have right now in physical form. It would bring up within us every single lower vibration. The acclimation point would be so far apart that it would not be able to exist. So all the, say, our star brothers and sisters and our say our Octaran friends, and some people refer to as angels and angelic form and so on, they keep their distance from us. They are here, they can sense us and so on, but they keep their distance because it's a level of vibration, and it's a matter of us integrating our own expanded beingness here in this physical body to rise in frequency to meet theirs, and therefore we can then exist in the same space together. So, for all the people that are talking about UFOs and so on, and our star brothers and sisters coming back, there's nobody coming here to save anybody. It's a matter of us, them just loving us and loving this planet and everyone on it to the degree to where we change from within. When we change from within, we rise our expanded consciousness, and it is able to integrate. And our vibrational level then can meet theirs, and we can exist within the same space in harmony and balance. That takes frequency, integration. And love frequency is a vibration. Integrate it. Take time to connect with it through your own heart. You're not going to get it by getting it from somebody else or following somebody else. Allow to see other people as examples for yourself, yes. But you matter of walking beside each other. Again, it's a matter of us walking beside each other. Don't put anyone on a podium above you. Therefore, you're looking at things from a dualistic standpoint. Rise and put yourself on the podium. Put yourself out there. Step up. Integrate it. As I like to say, it is through us, through our own personal transformation, we transform the world. We do it through integration of our own expanded love frequency, our own diamond consciousness, anchoring it and embodying it. And then that changes the frequency wherever we exist. So, I think I've put everything together the best that I could. So hope this information assists in your own path and journey. And until next time, namaste.